grab some water. You want some? Yeah, I just picked this up the other day. It's a manual typewriter. It doesn't, so I can kind of want to do this thing. I think I'm going to start word busking, just like a musician would go out and play music and get some money from people. I want to just go out there and offer words and maybe have a couple zines and just, I mean, if a musician can do it, there's no reason a writer can't do it too, right? So I think it's going to be fun.
Nice. So can you tell us a little bit about your art?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a writer first. Visual art was something, when I first got involved with the Crux, I really hadn't done much art. And being around that kind of hyper creativity, of Christine Fulton and Dragon Boy and Weston, it just kind of inspired me. So I started learning how to be a little bit more free and let things be chaotic and let those mistakes that in life, we try to avoid making these mistakes, but in art you learn to embrace them, and that's where a lot of the joy comes from. And I've been hooked ever since. And I tend to be I think it's the writer part of me. I tend to be more or less statement oriented. I kind of like having a concept and a strong message visible in whatever I'm doing, rather than just have it be aesthetically pleasing. So, and most artists, I'm sure, tend that direction.
Okay, so what kind of art projects are you working on now?
Well, actually, I just started. My next door neighbor, Jim Lopez, he is starting this little literary journal called Antique Children, and it's going to be essays, fiction, poetry. I just got done designing the website, and so we're going to be pounding that out. It's going to be a quarterly. It's also going to be it'll be available online there'll be a lot more content online, and then the quarterly will come out.
So it's literal, literary.
Yeah, and it's focused on culture, philosophy, really an exploration of the state of the American culture, Western ideas, and kind of what that's done to our state of mind. And just trying to push beyond the ideas that we've been entrapped by. We have capitalism and ideas like patriotism, and we really the goal is to push people outside of that idea, kind of make them realize that it is just an idea. It's not something that is absolute. You can break free of it, and new ideas can be dreamt up, and we can move forward and progress. But if we cling to these old ideas, that progress isn't going to happen. So I'm excited about that, and like I said, I'm going to start taking like memorabilia, photographs, postcards, comic books, pretty much anything that people they cherish, but they kind of lock it away somewhere in their closet. They might not look at it for years, and just create pieces of art out of that so people can enjoy it every day instead of that once in a great while when they happen to find it in a box somewhere.
So okay. So what do you see the next year artistically in your life?
My focus is definitely going to be words. Like I said, I'm going to take this Royal Safari manual typewriter. I've already designed plans for a kind of like a mobile cart that'll contain everything I need. I'm just going to wheel it, find locations downtown, and just start writing. And I literally want to have people come up and not just be able to maybe buy a zine for $1 that's already written. I want to actually write words for that person on the spot. something that will just kind of, they can fold up, put in their pocket, and you know, maybe even forget about it, and they'll bring it out, maybe not even that day, it could be a week later, and they'll read the words, and it'll give them a little spark, you know, a little something. So I don't know, I'm really feeling that direction for myself.
Okay. How do you feel? What do you kind of feel about this art show, and what kind of project are you going to be doing?
Oh, well, I'm excited about the show. I was really happy to hear that the first Synthesis show went so well, and of course this is something of a rebirth for the Crux, which is, oh, you know, the Crux has never died. You know, the people that started it, I mean, it's injected with such passion that I don't think, even when it doesn't have a physical location, the idea of it, it just endures. So it's exciting to be part of something that kind of reestablishes that concept and that idea. And definitely intrigued by the water thing, because it's such a huge political issue right now. And the fact that we've accepted that it costs money to have water that we can drink that isn't going to harm us, I think it's just a microcosm of everything that's gone wrong in our culture. So.
Wow. So how do you feel art relates to art, or water relates to art?
How does water relate to art? Well, I mean, I'm not sure I get the context of the question, but I mean, if you're asking me what I think water represents in general, I mean, I think it defines, water defines the way life grows, the way life exists. You follow a path of water, and you can just see that's the birthplace of life. And, you know, it's such a part of our own bodies. I don't know the exact figure. I think it's 70% water or something. So I mean, it's such a huge part of our reality. And just like most things that are so important, typically taken for granted, you know, until you don't have access to it. And that's something that a lot of countries and a lot of areas are already dealing with. Literally, people having no access to clean water, and it's such a tragedy, you know. And the very people that we're looking to solve this problem are the ones that created the problem. You know, mass agriculture, this mentality of constant economic growth, instead of focusing on a sustainability. I think we need to stop looking to the people that believe in that kind of economy and start looking to each other and localize and start getting healthy again. You know.
Cool. Is there anything else you might want to say about your art? So do you consider yourself an artist or a writer, or